Hello everyone, my name is Person Modi and I'm going into 8th grade at Timothy Edwards Middle School in South Windsor. I'm right now at Code Ninjas Manchester talking to you about drones. Last time in part 1 we covered what a drone is, what types of drones there are, how it works, and the parts of it. Today I'll be talking about do's and don'ts of drones, of commercial drones that is, their applications that they use, and their limitations. Let's start with the do's and don'ts. The biggest do probably here is register the drone with the FAA online. Most commercial drones weigh more than half a pound and less than 55 pounds, so you need to register it online and then update that registration every 3 years. You also need to put a sticker on it with FA and then a 9-digit code after that to symbolize that it is registered, and so that if anybody finds it, they can just search that up and then they can figure out whose it is, all that stuff. Right? So that's the first do. A don't, however, is to fly in severe weather. Severe weather for drones, that is, includes a wind that can be, a stronger wind that can be felt, rain, and lightning. Winds, it's basically, because those drones are lightweight, winds can knock them off course, and the lighter the drone, the more severe the wind, the more it's gonna get knocked off. Rain messes up the road, the motors, propellers, all that stuff. So if a propeller stops working, you basically go into the spiral descent and crash. That's the end of your drone. And lightning is self-explanatory. You won't. The most you're gonna see of your drone is this burning hot, melted chunk of metal, plastic, whatever, lying on the ground, and that's the end of your drone. How in all this, we saw it's common for the drone to crash, which is why in the next do, you want to stay away from vehicles, houses, and where humans live. You want to fly it in a park that's in an area of the park that's away from buildings, people, vehicles, roads, stuff like that. And then keep the drone under an altitude of 400 feet so it doesn't go too far away and you don't lose range of it. But in case if it does fall, at least it won't, hopefully it does, at least it won't hit a car or anybody, and you don't get sued for any damage or anything like that. Right? Well, another don't is to stick your fingers into the propeller. That's self-explanatory. While all propellers are designed to stop and are not too sharp on the leading edge, they can still hurt, and some bigger drones that have stronger propellers, they can, there's a chance that you might need severe medical attention if you're bleeding a lot. Stay under 400 feet, at least 5 miles away from airports. This is also self-explanatory. 400 feet is so that the FAA can keep at least 100 feet distance from the drone to any aircraft that's flying around, say it be helicopter or airplane. Unless if you're within a 400-foot radius of a structure, which then you can go as high as 400 feet above the top of that, the tip of the structure, say a radio tower. You can go 400 feet above the tip of that, but no more, because planes know to avoid that. But still, keep a 400 feet from the ground level or whatever it is, that's the highest most that you're flying above. Within 400 feet of that, you should not go above 400 feet of that. Lots of 400s, but hopefully you can follow along. Within 5 miles of airports, however, you don't fly the drone unless if it's like indoors or at a very low altitude, because it's self-explanatory. Planes are landing and taking off, and if they slam into your drone at their speed or the engine sucks in the drone, that's not only gonna mean that the plane has to land, or maybe even crash. You could also get sued, go bankrupt, and basically just lose your life by this little stunt. And you also lose your drone, but at that point you don't care about that. So yeah, there's actually one time what happened was that a drone went near an airport just outside of range, but near enough that it almost slammed into the Airbus A380, an Emirates one, while it was taking off. In case if you don't know it, it's a double-decker plane, 4-engine one, carrying over 500 passengers. Now imagine if the drone hit the plane, caused a big hole in it, or got sucked into the engine. At that point, 500 lives are at risk, and they could all be lost if the pilots can't get back to the airport in time. Those are only some do's and don'ts. However, the entire list of them is in the description, so make sure you check that out. Stay tuned for part 3, as we're gonna have how applications of drones and how they are used and their limitations coming up very soon. Make sure you click that big red subscribe button, that notification button next to it, and the thumbs up button that's right beneath this video. And thank you for listening to my video today.